Well, after that debate, can Carly Fiorina get the dollars? Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto. And who knew the debate would be the easy part? Because of my friend Gary Kay is right. Carly needs to get that cash right now. Is she getting it? We've got Ben Stein, Kelly McEnany. We've got Charlie Gasparino and Adam Lashinsky. Charles Payne and Dagan McBow will be back next week, by the way, so I missed them.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry about that, but Kelly is no slouch in her own right. So, Gary, this push for money, I mean, you got to seize the moment, and we're told, at least, that right now Carly is doing just that.
Momentum in politics is everything, and momentum gets money. So I can promise you the name recognition is out there, and the money loves winners. And let me make a point about last month. A gentleman by the name of Tom Perkins, a big venture capitalist, defended her in a big op-ed. He's only worth between $8 and $10 billion, I suspect. She's got a pretty darn good Rolodex, and I think a lot of that's going to start rolling in.
That was a significant development, too, Adam, because he was an early critic of her stewardship of Hewlett Packard. But having said that, what are you hearing out there in terms of the money that might be going her way?
Well, I think she has an extensive corporate network, number one. Number two, this is what she's really good at. Actually, she's a good campaigner. She has no experience as a politician, and I don't think she has a chance of anything to be president. But I think she will get money because especially...
You start on the one hand, she's a really good campaigner. This is what I heard in high school. Oh, yeah, Neil has a great personality, but no way in hell I'll go what the hell do you mean?
Yeah, I mean that she speaks extremely well. We saw it last week. She's clever. She's good with the one-liner. And by the way, a lot of her corporate contacts do not want to see Donald Trump as the Republican nominee, and I think they would be happy to give her a little money right now to help that along.
Gaspa?
I'm trying to get my hands around this. A community organizer who spent 2 minutes in the U.S. Senate is somehow, in Adam Lashinsky's world, more qualified than some woman who fought her way up from the bottom of the corporate ladder. Not even on the bottom; she was like an administrative assistant or something like that, and became the CEO of a company. I don't kind of get that community organizer.
I didn't say unqualified. I didn't say unqualified.
You said she's not good at.
I said I don't like her chances at being elected president.
We'll rerun the videotape later, but I guess my point is this: I think one of the things that Carly Fiorina will have to deal with is her record at HP. I have a column in the Daily Beast this week about it. I mean, it's very mixed. I think net it's positive, but it's something that she will have to address, particularly with donors. I mean, I think there is a sort of skepticism that among donors, and she's going to have to go to Silicon Valley and Wall Street, whether she did a good job there and whether, that record can be translated into a record of why she should be president.
Well, she's better at defending that business record than other business titans have defending theirs, whether it's Donald Trump and his bankruptcies or Mitt Romney.
Done a pretty good job.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. I think there's more staying power to her than meets the eye.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. And, Adam mentions she's a good campaigner. She certainly is. She'd make an excellent president in my mind.
Well, she wasn't a good campaigner in California. She lost.
She did lose in California, but she has been excellent in these debates. She is getting a lot of support. I think she'll skyrocket in the next poll we see. But is she a good fundraiser? That's a separate question. You look, and her super PAC compared to Jeb Bush's. Jeb Bush has 30 times the super PAC funds that she has. So she has to.
But that's a snapshot in time, right? I mean, Ben Stein, you could make the argument now that if she properly seizes the moment, and so PACs gather around her fast, that could change. What do you think?
Well, there is so much money sloshing around out there, just astounding piles of money sloshing around out there. I have no doubt she'll raise plenty of money. She was absolutely on fire in that debate. I think her record at HP was a disaster, and something that's never mentioned is that when she arranged to deal with Compaq, she also arranged to pay herself roughly $20 million for arranging a deal that turned out to be a very bad deal.
That's been mentioned, Ben. I mentioned it in my column.
Okay, I beg your pardon, Gaspo.
But not everyone's read your column.
I think her
people talk about that.
What?
Her stewardship at HP was decidedly unfortunate, but she is an incredibly good campaigner. I love her. I will vote for her. I will contribute to her. I love her.
Now, people are talking about her stewardship of HP right now. They're talking about the Compaq deal and the fact that she paid herself not just $20 million, something like $100 million over
look, I don't dismiss any of this, guys. Gary, all I'm saying is that in the interim, she needs money. She needs that kind of thing to keep this momentum going. And she needs to explain those days. She explained it that the whole technology world fell apart. I mean, post the 9/11 attacks, when this merger came together, it was all going apart. Now, I don't know whether that resonates. She is resonating for the time being. What do you think?
She is resonating, and more importantly, she's being talked about every day. And let us not forget something's going to happen in the next few weeks. A bunch of these other candidates are going to be bowing out.
That's a good point.
That is going to free up money, and that money is going to go to the people with the most momentum. Where she does need to work on is in the early stage. She does not have a very good structural organization. That's going to have to get done sooner rather than later, but I suspect that'll get done quickly if she continues the way she's been going.
Now the question is, who bows out?
Yeah, and with women, Kelly, without me being so patronizing, does it help that there she is up on that day, all these other guys, and she makes a forceful presentation and reminds them, hey, maybe this is the next Maggie Thatcher.
No doubt about it. And certainly when you compare her to Hillary Clinton, you see a very different type of woman. You see someone who looks at women for who they are, not as a niche political voting bloc. She said, and I loved her answer about who should be on the $10 bill. She said, I don't like this. I don't believe women are a special interest group. That is powerful. It's a different type of woman than Hillary
But she would
Clinton.
still rather a lot of $10 bills at this point, right?
Yes.
Adam, you know, at this stage, months ahead of the Iowa caucuses, it's all about momentum. And I wonder whether that she is more in the kind of traditional conservative Republican views on money matters than is Donald Trump, who advocates, you know, punishing companies that hire abroad and that sort of thing. Whether she would be a far more palatable business figure than he would be. And that ironically, the business person the party turns to isn't the billionaire.
Well, there's no doubt she would be a far more palatable business person for the Republican establishment and for the country. But I actually think this is her great weakness. I mean, she actually is an organization person, and she doesn't have an organization. It's way too late. I mean, it's not too late. You know, Trump is doing what he's doing as a phenomenon, right? Carly Fiorina can't do that. She needs a national organization.
But I don't know.
It's too late to build one.
I agree with you that it's late to start one. But, looking at this field right now, we have 14 candidates out there. We have Jeb Bush that is basically is blowing up. I would say he was marginally good during the debate, but not good enough.
I don't think he's blowing up so much as lying.
You could get that infrastructure.
On your way here, did you look at a calendar?
I don't care.
It's mid-September.
It's a long way off.
I don't care. It's not that long off. They have to start rating.
If she starts leading, everybody is going to flock to her. And let me just tell you another thing that's going on. When I go on the internet now, and when I went on it in the last couple of days, it's no longer nice. It's no longer Trump. I'm saying Fiorina.
Yeah.
She's really getting out there front and center, and because of good things.
Okay, where would you rather have leading the country? Someone that keeps her own email server, or Carly Fiorina? That
who owns the server?
Might have had a bad couple of years at Compact or at HP.
I mean, we studied these races, and you know political history probably better than all of us put together. But you go through these waves, and I think it was 4 years ago this time that we had a love affair with Herman Cain, and then there was Michelle Bachmann. I don't even remember the order, but they come and go. Is there anything that you see in Carly Fiorina that suggests she might have more staying power?
Yes, she's got a steely intelligence. Yeah. She has an incredible television presence. I think this woman is going to go all the way. I see it.
Wow.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm sure you'll all mock me if I am. But I see it as two women.
I'll just offer
two women candidates going at each other, and I think Carly is going to be president. And I love her.
There's no doubt that she was the most commanding presence on that stage, and there's no doubt by far the two best.
Donald.
You're right. The two best personalities, retail politicians on that stage. It was Carly Fiorina, and it was Donald.
And she beat Donald Trump. She beat Donald Trump when they asked her how she felt about his female remarks. She took the high road. She didn't criticize him directly, but said very simply, America was listening when Donald Trump made that remark about my face. It was brilliant.
He said she's beautiful.